Hey, what's going on, guys? The Langbanger. I have a profile for you. I wanted to go over Evilswarm. Honestly, I had this deck built a couple of weeks ago, and I decided to spice up the build real quick before I dismantled it and get ready for Zodiacs to come out. So I honestly feel like this deck does kind of have some good matchups. If everyone's going to be using the Kaiju engine, I think this is cool just because of Ophion. I mean, this is Ophion the deck. Doesn't mean that you can't win in other ways. You could just make an Exceed and set a bunch of back rows, and your opponent can have a tough time. I mean, Blue Eyes is still running around here and there. ABCs is running around, so there kind of is some reason, I guess, to give a deck a try. I know it's not meta, but it's just honestly one of my favorite decks. So let's just go into it. You will see some weird cards in here, but I have some reasoning for it, so please don't freak out. You're going to start with 3 Thunderbird, 3 Heliotrope, 3 Kirkion, 3 Castor, 3 Mandragora. Here's where it gets weird. 2 Katos, and 1 Lantern. The reason I'm doing those 3, or 2 Katos, 1 Lantern, I'm using 3 Allure of Darkness just because you want to just get to your setups as quickly as possible. So you don't want to allure away your good targets. So, that's just why I'm adding more names. I mean, it's unfortunate they didn't get more support, but what can you do? In regards to ratios, I mean, overall, these cards are pretty subpar. I mean, they're good effects, but in 2017, it's like, eh. Katos I like because if your opponent has a strike face down, then maybe you can bait it out. A Lantern's good if they have like a boss monster out, so you can, just tribute those to get rid of the, troublesome cards or potentially troublesome cards. And then the last monster, of course, Rescue Rabbit. So you guys can find room for Max C if you want. It's definitely going to be a near staple soon enough, but space is really tight just because of all the stuff that I'm doing in here. So let's go on to the spells. You have 3 Allure of Darkness. I really wanted to build a deck with 3 Allure of Darkness, so that was kind of my reasoning for even building this to begin with. I've been waiting forever for this card to come out, and obviously the more cards you see, the better shot you have at doing whatever combo or whatever play that you want to do. So I just think that that's staple. And again, I added those cruddy, underwhelming Evilswarm cards just to either allure it away, or my other reasoning is I'll get to that in the traps actually. But 2 Mass Change 2, this will feel really weird. It especially feels weird in this deck because you're not really plussing per se, you're just building a wall, I guess, per se. Yeah, you'll like that. But so you're gonna be negging, but Darklaw is just such a good card, and it's gonna be even better because there's gonna be a lot of searching in the game coming up. So I just think this is really good, and Darklaw with back rows is really good stuff. So uh, 2 Pandemic, 1 Instant Fusion, 1 Upstart, and 1 Rhoda. So again, issue is space is a very, very tough issue with this, especially this build. I mean, I wanted to add Raigeki and Dark Holes, but I think we got enough coverage just because of the exceeds that you can make, so you can definitely shut your opponent down. I don't know though. 3 Strike, 2 Storming Mirror Force, 1 Floodgate, 1 Bottomless, 1 Warning, 1 Emptiness, 1 Exceed Reborn, and 1 Infection. So this was another reason that I decided to add those monsters, because reinforcement of the army is at 1. So kind of my mindset on that, I'm not saying you would want to search this first off of Ophion, but it's actually cool to have more Evilswarm names just so you can put it back into the deck and then get your better cards like Castor or what's his name, Kirkion. So I don't know, I don't know how good that'll end up being. I could just cut the allures, maybe cut the Evilswarms down and the Mass Change 2s and just go more traditional with this build, but I decided to spice it up, go with something different. Storming Mirror Force, I think it's a hell of a card because Ophion, can shut down a lot of things, but then there's some decks you play against to where your deck really does nothing against, so then you just become a back row deck. So it's kind of cool to just get rid of their board essentially. So that was kind of my mindset on that. I don't have an extra deck build on this. I mean, it's just your typical Evil Swarm stuff. I would be using 2 Dark Laws. I don't. None of the other masked heroes are needed. Yeah, just not much to go into on that because all rank 4 extra decks look the same. I mean, I would use at least 2 Ophion, if not 3. I'd use Nightmare. Um, I was even thinking of Bahamut too, but because that actually warrants a little more because you have more Evil Swarm monsters, so it kind of makes sense there. But yeah, that's just my overall brew for the deck. Let me know what you guys think, and I will have another profile coming for you. Peace.